many obstacles and challenges on her road to her current profession and success. Her story is a motivation to me and reinforces the impact education can have on lives. She has been the recipient of several notable awards this year due to her professional success, but also because of her willingness to give back and help improve our community through supporting many causes, including our South Georgia State College Foundation. I would like to take a moment and recognize her family here today. Would Dr. McClelland's family stand and be recognized? I am honored she is here today to share her story. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Tracy McClelland.
Testing, 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 testing. Yes, graduates! We're here! Come on, graduates, we're here! You must not have suffered as much as I suffered. Oh my goodness! This is amazing. For some of you, this may be your first graduation. And for some of you, there will be many graduations after this. But you're here! Graduates, come on, you're here! Thank you, South Georgia State College, Interim President Dr. Sellers, and her esteemed cabinet, staff, and faculty. Thank you for that introduction. Greetings to all of the parents, grandparents, family, and friends. Greeting to South Georgia State College faculty, especially the nursing faculty. Got some nurses out there. The alumni of South Georgia College, our prestigious board of directors and trustees, fellow honorees, and our city officials. I would also like to recognize, and Dr. Sellers has already done so, my husband Leroy, who is the wind beneath my wings. Whew, you just don't know. And my daughter Brianna and my grandbaby Layla. To the graduates of 2017, hello! You're probably thinking, what has she been drinking this morning? I'm high on life because I know what the possibilities for each of you sitting in your chairs. I understand what the possibilities are. Your logo, your motto is, you can go anywhere. You can fly. Are you ready to fly? I was going to get it right eventually, right? Are you ready to fly? And we'll talk about that in a minute. But congratulations to all of the graduates. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the conclusion of this chapter of your lives and the commencement of the next chapter. To say that I'm honored doesn't even begin to quantify the depth of gratitude that really accompanies this opportunity to stand here before you today. What you see today, this was not the person who enrolled in South Georgia College in 1989. I was a mess, let me tell you. But the great thing about South Georgia College is they would not let me out until they had cleaned up the mess. I kept trying to get out of here. They wouldn't let me graduate until I got all those courses straight. I consider today a defining milestone in a very blessed and arduous journey. My one hope today is that I can be a source of some inspiration. One housekeeping thing I like to do before I get started, because there's nothing that frustrates me more than a boring ceremony. Okay, so during my address this morning for the graduates, every time you hear me say the words, class of 2017, I want you to reply, you know, unless you're too sedity to say it, it's okay. So let's give that a practice. Class of 2017. You know. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, you guys got it. You got it. So I'm so very proud of all of the graduates because I know what you've been through, and I've been there with you. Today, my remarks will be addressed to the graduates and anyone who has ever felt inferior, disadvantaged, or just screwed by life. I'm going to share some information to help you reach your mark in your personal life and your career. This is a pretty big transition for you, leaving college. Some of you may be dealing with some anxiety about where am I going to work? What am I going to do from here? Do I have enough education to actually really get going? Well, I'm going to help you with that. It was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1965 who described in his remarks at a commencement address, and I quote, "Today, you bid farewell to the safe security of the academic environment. You prepare to continue your journey on the clamorous highways of life," unquote. If I had to give my remarks today a title, I'm not a preacher, so I'm not going to try to preach a sermon, but if I had to give it a topic or a title, I want to say that your struggles are strategic. Don't get distracted. I was humbled by the invitation from Dr. Sellers to speak to this graduating class, the class of 2017. Yeah. What a tremendous accomplishment. All of your work, your hard work and dedication to your goals are being celebrated on today. Actually, in all honesty, when I received the invitation from Dr. Sellers, I had a total meltdown. Because all of the hell I went through, is that okay, faculty, to say that? I'm an adult now. Became full circle. I remember every tear. I remember every heartache. I remember every disappointment. Every teacher who said no. It wasn't to break me. It was to make me stronger so that when I left South Georgia College, I could go anywhere from here. That's why I got a solid foundation from South Georgia. You see, it was 1989 that I too enrolled in South Georgia College. My admission testing scores results were so low that I was not eligible to be admitted to as a regular student. Now, graduates, ask me how low? Real low. So I spent the first year at South Georgia College taking remedial courses in math, English, reading, everything that was remedial, I had to take it. It was tough knowing that you were putting forth a tremendous amount of effort, and at the end, you would receive no credits for that effort. Though it was extremely difficult, I had a reason, somebody say reason. I had a reason bigger than myself to persevere. She was about 18 months of age. She was a little baby girl named Brianna, born my senior year of high school. She gave me hope, purpose, and a focused determination to be somebody and to make a difference. So when I enrolled and my scores were super low, I knew that giving up was not an option because it didn't matter where I was starting. I just had to get started because it wasn't about me anymore. My goal was to become a registered nurse. My only problem was I had not prepared myself for college. There are so many students across the nation, across Georgia and across other states who desire to do more, but they are not prepared, not necessarily by the instructors, but they didn't get serious about their education in high school. And so it causes a lag in the period before you can actually take college level classes. Well, I learned that the hard way. So here is a glimpse of my story. How I started didn't look promising. In 1989, I was rejected from the nursing program right here at South Georgia College because my grades were too low. But in 1994, I graduated with an associate's degree in nursing from South Georgia College. I failed the NCLEX exam, which is the nursing test you have to take after graduating, 3 times, not 1, not 2, 3 times. Geesh, but wait. In 1995, I passed the NCLEX on the 4th attempt. In 1998, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in nursing. In 2000, a master's degree in nursing. In 2001, I became a nursing instructor with the Tech College. In 2004, a director of nursing school. Now, wait a minute. Remember how I started. So you see how it's changing? 2004, director of nursing school. 2006, a nursing entrepreneur. 2008, a clinical educator. 2012, a graduate with a PhD in healthcare leadership and management. And in 2016, the president and CEO of a national HTC nursing organization and the business executive of a multi-million-dollar corporation. Come on, graduates, give it up. You see, graduates, it doesn't matter where you start, how low, how bad things may seem at any point. You can go anywhere from here. It's about how you finish. God gave me a plan, and I followed it. He showed me exactly what to do, which books to utilize, and I formulated a method for preparing for the hardest exam of my life. What I discovered was that when I became really focused and did not allow myself to become distracted, I could clearly see the vision and the plan that God had for me. You are gifted. Point at your classmates, your colleagues, and tell them, point at your person next to you, you are gifted. You are gifted beyond measure, and you have special abilities that sometimes you've got to cultivate or even discover that it's there. Many times your gifts are hidden in your disadvantage. I'm going to say that again. Many times your gifts are hidden in your disadvantage, in your struggles. Here is an example. There was a man named, my pages are all mixed up here, hold on. There was a man named Richard Sherwin. Richard Sherwin remembers with horror all of the things that happened to him when he was in school, how the teacher used to get him in front of the class and chastise him because he could not remember to bring a pencil to class. This was in the 1960s. One of the things that happened to Richard in the 1960s, he was suffering with a condition called ADD or ADHD. Well, in the 1960s, there was no classification for ADD or ADHD. So he suffered with that condition. Now Richard is the parent of 3 teenage kids who all have ADD. Now this is modern. What Richard did, instead of selling for the card that life had dealt him, he looked for an opportunity to make a difference from his disadvantage. His disadvantaged disposition. Richard designed and got approval for an app called I Got This. The app is designed for children who are wrestling with and contending with ADD. The app can be downloaded on a kid's phone, and it prevents the kid from becoming distracted. Parents go into the child's schedule on the phone app, and before the child has a task, no matter how menial that task is, such as take out the trash, do your homework, put on deodorant, whatever the task is, the app alerts the child 5 minutes before the task is supposed to start. Then again when it's supposed to begin. Now this alert is not a chime like an alarm clock, but instead the alarm says, you can do this. This is not too hard for you. This will not frustrate you. Graduates, class of 2017, imagine as you close this chapter and open the next, you realize that there's a mountain in your way of you reaching your goals, and there's no roads around the mountain. If in your head you could hear an alarm that says, you can do this. This is not too hard for you. This will not frustrate you. What would that be like? What could you accomplish if you knew that you could accomplish it? If you just stay positive and don't let yourself become distracted. Also, don't let other people distract you. Don't let other people tell you what you can't do. I'm a living witness of that as well. You can do anything you set your mind to, but you have to set your mind to it, and you have to go to work. Don't get distracted, and don't grow weary in your well-doing. The world is waiting on your arrival. It's waiting on you to make your mark in life so that they can soar. Because I became focused and my vision became crystal clear nearly 25 years ago, hundreds of nursing students who initially struggled with passing nursing exams have since conquered it. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education, according to Martin Luther King Jr., and I agree. Graduates, class of 2017. Excellent. Some of you are going to leave here and go straight to work. Others of you will pursue additional training to add to your already solid foundation. Here is what I would like to leave you with. Live each day with the understanding of how precious every day is, because tomorrow isn't promised to you. Live in each moment. Be resilient, which is the capacity to recover quickly from life's difficulties and tough times. Take your dreams from vision to manifestation by having unyielding faith. Move on the opportunity when it's presented to you. The great thing about resilience is you are not born with a limited amount of it. It is something you develop. You build it. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the more resilient you become. Work hard, but also work smart. Read. Hello? Graduates, class of 2017. Read. You can never do too much reading. Understand that nothing is going to be handed to you, and nothing is easy. No one, not even your parents, owe you anything. It is now up to you. We are depending on you to set our government straight. Hello? To be sure that our military men have what they need to keep our country safe, and that there are resources for our veterans. We are depending on you to use your gifts. Maybe you too will build an app, a computer program. Nurses will be available to help with the cure of cancer, diabetes, and so many other disorders as you improve the care of our citizens. We are so very proud of you, graduating class of 2017. Okay. And we know that you take the call of this responsibility to heart, to be the absolute best that you can be on this side of the planet. Know what you want. What's your vision for tomorrow? Work on your gift. You have to hone in on it. Your gifts, in case you didn't know, will make room for you. Make no excuses. Just do it. Look at your neighbor and tell them, just do it. All right. Oftentimes we want others to give us guarantees. How many of you ever bought a product and you're looking for the guarantee? Sometimes you need to look within and ask yourself, what guarantee are you offering to yourself? We need to guarantee ourselves. Value yourself 110%, to give yourself the best and to be your best. Treat others as you will have them to treat you. To the class of 2017, my final remarks to you is this, and this is from Calvin Coolidge, a man who was president, but not that popular or well-known, but he did leave us this quote: "Press on. Nothing can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. The world is filled with unsuccessful, talented people. Genius will not. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education alone will not. The world is filled with educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." Graduates, class of 2017, follow your heart, create peace, Fall in love, show gratitude, enjoy the little things, dream big, believe in miracles, discover your passion, be spontaneous, embrace every possibility, believe in yourself. Your life is now. South Georgia State College Hawks, are you ready to fly? Thank you. Yeah, you know. All right, one last time. Class of 2017. You know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.